Alright, I got a, well, started quick. Got another Minotaur game that I've pulled up from my backlog collection, if you will. Let's see, it says this one is a comeback, so unfortunately I don't remember the details of all these games. I do create a folder with some brief details, number of kills, base XP, and whether we won or lost, what ship I was in, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes I put a little comment at the end, and the comment on this one was it was a comeback, so we'll see. But we push into the A cap, and my friendly DD, the Cabarros, pulls into the cap and smokes up, which is interesting because I have no idea why you would ever play a smoke Caba, and he doesn't even lay a good smoke. He literally lets out one or two puffs and then parks in front of an island, which means if he gets radared by the Baltimore, this is the old Baltimore, the Tier 9 Baltimore, not the Tier 8 as it currently is, after the American light cruiser line split. Excuse me, I'm taking a sip of my cocktail. Oh, here we go. We got a bunch of torpedoes coming in. And the Kagero manages to get away. And the Kaba, not so fortunate. Leaves him with about 600 health, it looks like. And hopefully he doesn't get spotted, because if he does, he is gone. And somebody's shooting at him anyways. And that's the end of his day. Go back to Port Kaba. This game is probably... I don't even know how old it was. But that type of gameplay is still very prevalent today. You know, school's out right now. I would even say it's probably more prevalent. Just people YOLOing in high tier ships with very, very poor stats. And again, stats aren't everything. I know some people get really stat shaming. Well, I don't know. When I look at a guy that's got 600 or 800 or 1,000 games in a gearing, and he does 22,000 average damage with 0.23 kills, that's a shitty dude, a shitty player. It's probably somebody that doesn't even have a basic understanding of some of the game mechanics, and probably should go back down to low tier and you know, maybe be successful down there and get a grasp of the game. Anyways, we managed to take the A cap. The enemy team seems to be leaving, but they've already taken the B cap, and we've lost our Shima, our Kaba, and our Ognavoy. So we've lost 3 of our 5 DDs. And our other 2, Kagero and the Kiev, are on the west side of the map, on the other side of this cap, and it appears the only thing over there is a fleeing DD. So it's a shame to see people play like this, but it's the reality of the game, sadly. We have 2 of our probably most valuable ships right now off on the side of the map where there isn't even another ship. So I smoke up, and because there is a Missouri, and he's basically spotting for me because I don't have any DDs doing it. I'm smoking up, and I'm gonna hammer these ships as I can. The Iowa took a big shot I'm not sure who got him. Maybe the Amagi, maybe the Missouri had a good shot in him, but he took a big hit. So I'm going to hammer him to the best of my ability and get him out of the game, or assist him getting him out of the game. And yeah, Minotaur, she shoots a lot. Taka. Man, I hate the Minotaur when I have to face it, but boy do I love playing it. It is a fun boat. Not perfect, not easy. I think that's one of the things people look at that. Broadside, oops, I thought he was going to go broadside, but he's not. He's turning in, and that's a Hindenburg, which has very long range hydro and pretty decent torpedoes. And here comes, speaking of torpedoes, here come a bunch of torpedoes. And I can use my torps now. I don't know if I will get a hit. And basically, he gets blapped. Looks like the Missouri got him. So, it looks like we got a Kiev chasing down a radar cruiser and a battleship over here. So I peek out and see if I can give him an attitude adjustment, and I'm telling my team to go to B. You'll notice that our two remaining DDs for some reason turned back into A after going north of A and heading in that going west around A. They basically turned back into A to go through A instead of, providing some type of spotting in a different direction. At this point, we've got a ship advantage. We have lost those 3 DDs, but the enemy team's lost 2 DDs, 2 cruisers, and a battleship. So we've actually got a pretty decent advantage. We've got a good points advantage, 150 points-ish. And unfortunately, we don't have all the caps, but, usually ship advantage turns into a cap advantage, so this should be a walk in the park, right? What do you think? Yeah. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong, and this game's a good example of that. So, I'm turning in, I'm trying to get my teammates to go to B. The DDs are kind of mulling around in A. And there they go. And just like that, we lose another ship, another 2 ships. Sadly, one of them is our Missouri. He was actually a pretty good dude. He's got 2 kills, so he's actually carried his weight. And now the points are much closer. And we're actually losing on points now, and we're losing on caps. And there is an annoying DD in my general vicinity sending torpedoes at me. So I open up on this Kutuzov, who's out in the open, getting ready to smoke up, go dark on me, which is kind of annoying because I can't see him, he can see me because, ooh, there we go. And I'm not sure what possessed this Shimakaze to shoot at me, but God bless his soul. And yeah, I actually have hydro running this time, almost up, but either way I would have known this guy full broadside was torping me. So I'm getting a little chip damage on him, and I think his buddy in the Kutuzov behind me may be shooting, and the Dmitry Dumskoy is also engaging him, and he continues to fire. Again, God bless his soul. You go, Shima. Don't get me wrong, I love Shima guns, and I love playing Shima. It's my most played ship by a substantial amount. I think I have 1,500 games in the ship now, over 1,500 games. My next closest is probably under 700 in the Kaba, which I don't really play a lot anymore. I get a game in here and there, but that's about it. And then after that, I would guess it's probably the Yu Yang, maybe the Belfast. Both are around 500 games, I would think. So yeah, I've got my fair share of games, games in the Shimakaze, and I wouldn't be shooting at a full health, 3/4 health, half health, or even a quarter health Minotaur for any reason out in the open like this. But like I said, God bless this dude. And yeah, we finish him off. Unfortunately, that little chase took me out of the game, and my team has not only not pushed into B, but they somehow are losing A, which is mind-boggling, because when I started heading south, there was 4 ships, 5 ships, 6 ships in there. So anyways, we are still down on points, about 100 points. They've got a cap advantage, and we have a single ship advantage. They do have 2 DDs in the Squeeze-Off lap. I'm hoping to make short work of him. And sorry about that. My microphone's pretty sensitive. Basically, I'm just shooting at anybody that I can see, and we spot a couple DDs here. I actually think they jumped our DD, our boy, who seems to be running either toward me or running in circles. I'm not sure yet. The good thing I think here is all the DDs go in smoke, and so doesn't the Kutuzov. So that means in a few seconds they're not going to have any eyes. But somehow that Agnovoy is apparently spotted, because it sounds like they're shooting and hitting him. So now we're down a couple 100 points. The ship counts are even. I guess it's just me, the Kagero, and the Alabama. Not really looking good for the home team here. The Alabama and the Kagero have 0 kills. There's some crazy chat going on. I'm not really paying attention to it. Dudes saluting each other, whatever. So, pop hydro, because I'm not so sure about the position of these ships, as well as potential torpedoes. I know if Minnow was pushing into me, I'd be putting out some torps. And here we notice, I'm not sure what's spotting him. Maybe the Alabama? I don't know why he would be spotted. Oh, planes. But we spot the DD and A, and he's able to get behind that island, and I don't think the Bama is going to get shots on him. I'm kind of hoping the Bama will take care of the Kutuzov, because the Kutuzov does pose a pretty big threat to both myself and the DD. Get spotted. Then he starts. Ooh. And the Bama does exactly what I hoped he would do, and that is he manhandles that Kutuzov. So, unfortunately, at this point, it's looking a little bleak. We do have a ship advantage, but they've got all 3 caps, and the Alabama is contesting the B cap, but the DD at A is continually resetting him, so we're not going to get that cap, and that's unfortunate. They've got now a 300-point lead, and one of the guys in chat points out, he says, "Holy hell, they're together." red team says they've been together the whole match. Of course, instead of going back to port, they're coaching me, telling me to get in there, as if I'm not actually approaching that cap and aware of that. So, yeah, boom, catch the DD out, put some torps into that smoke, and the aggressive boy gets to go back to port, and we are going to try to dodge his torps. Unfortunately, we don't dodge them all, and our hydro is currently down. The second set of torps comes from the smoke. Actually, a third set. And guess what? Yep. Sorry, mate. They had 908 points and they threw that game away, sitting in smoke. But whatever. 4 kills, devastating strike, 81,000. Sick / cool comeback. This was during the Dunkirk campaign, if that gives you any idea. 2234 base XP. Nearest guy is 1567 on my team, and that would be the Missouri. He died pretty early on, so I didn't have a great team. Kutuzov did pretty good on the other team. Hats off to him. Damaged 9 ships, sunk 4 of them. And hope you enjoyed the video and watching the little Minotaur comeback here, because it was a pretty crazy game. I'm just glad it ended that way. Good XP, good Elite Captain XP. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.